All right, hey, we're back. I'm back here. I came in and I'm like, I wonder why I didn't get any notification. Because I'm working, and then I'm like, I'm surprised that I didn't see any notification come from the thing. I'm like, no, come from my what you call it? So I was like, well, I guess it's just whatever. I guess it's just kind of where it was, right? I come into the house. I look at the screen. I go straight, put my stuff down, look at the screen, and I'm like, you see this stayed here, so this only crossed, not many times really, but it hasn't crossed again to make it the sell order, right? But then when I go to here, I'm like, what? Huh? Sell order. I'm like, oh, I forgot to. And that's the thing that you gotta do is you have to close the order, because if you have these orders sitting up, some chance the order is gonna get triggered for no reason, and I got an order that got triggered for no reason. It didn't even go down to it. You know what I mean? I'm like, duh, right? It's a beginner mistake. So what I did was, but I had to do it immediately. Luckily, uh, price wasn't up here. If it was up here, I would have been like, shit my pants. Price wasn't up here. Price was still a few pips. It was like eight to 10 pips in or whatever. Something. I think it's 8. Let me see. Because if you look here, see the price from this one to this one. See the difference? You got like 8.7 pips. So 8.7 pips that I just gave up in profit. Could have been much worse. What I did was I just went in the market immediately and just put in a bigger order. From here, I think I may, if it were to go, like let's say to a sell, I gotta put in a sell. Okay, well let's say this is the buy, right? The SL. SL is going to be SL going to be 92.7. I'll use a long keyboard. 92.7. Right, I'm sorry. No. I'm going to leave it there. No, I'm going to leave it at 100 because it doesn't matter. And this is going to not be 70. This is going to be 62.7. All right, take profit. So that's going to be a little different. And this is how you just make the adjustments. Yeah, that's how to make the adjustments. If that happens to you, if you forget, and then I forgot. I just forgot. I got too away from it and just too careless. You know what I mean? I gotta keep my rules. I mean, if I break my rules, I'm playing a different game. So, and then I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna bring this. I'm thinking. I'm gonna bring this. 2.8. Now on the when you do this for a regular, I didn't even do that. South stop. Sorry guys. 1.2. Let's stop talking. I'll do my order right. Because it can get confusing. And that's the risk of doing this. You can get confused. And look where it triggered at. Look at that. God, look at the slippage, man. That's the thing with this company, with FX account. I had a 14.5 flip, and I did say, you know what, all right, whatever. I kind of let it go. I talked to him, but I said, listen. Now I got another one. Look at that slippage. So because of that, now I got a 25 pip slip. Crazy. It fucks the whole thing up. So I had to go in and fix it. I mean, it's my fault, you know. It's my fault. I should have been on top of my shit. So this is what it is. Um, supposed to be 3372. Now this one has to be adjusted. Like, okay, so look at that, 24.7. Oh, jeez, we don't want to do 45. Um, yeah, this is gonna eat into the profit. Yeah, it's gonna eat into the profit. It's just too big. It's too big. It's too big of a slip. So I'm thinking if I can adjust. Think here. Mm, I have to leave it what it is. I'm just gonna have to take. I'm just gonna have to eat the. I'm just have to eat it. I'm just gonna leave it. It's best to just leave it. Yeah, it's best to leave it. Oh, and so because when you're dealing with the prop firm, it's gonna be you can definitely reach a drawdown, but it's when you're dealing with a regular account, you don't have to worry about those 5%. You know what I mean? The daily, you don't have to worry about the daily. Um, and then I wouldn't have that trigger at all. And see, I mean, exactly what I was saying is that, I mean, doesn't cross that many times. It wasn't even close. And I left it up there like a dumbass. I left it up there. Um, just beginner mistake. So it is what it is. I have to eat my mistakes. The perfect setup that ended up basically screwed up all because of my carelessness. And that's what it is. I mean, when you're doing this, you're gonna have that factor. You're gonna have that risk of human error, man. Human error, and I try to eliminate that. But I was too focused on other things, especially over the weekend, getting out of the groove, like not shut stuff off. Like I wasn't even thinking about the freaking open. Like, and I kept saying to some of the comments and everything. I kept saying like, hey, that market closes open, but when it opens, right? Don't when it closes, when it opens on the next day, take your order off, like, or don't do it in the middle of, don't do it at the end of the day because market opening is going to trigger both orders and stuff like that. And I left my order up there like a dummy. So I gotta eat that one. I gotta eat that one. Cannot let that mistake happen again. So I gotta put a note up. I have no notes. I gotta make a post it. I'll make a more notes. Just post it, put somewhere. Remember to close your pending order. Remember to close all pending orders. Remember, end of Good day or week. I gotta remember that, man. Cause I'm like sticking it. I'm like freaking. I'm shooting myself in the foot. Um, not doing that. So make sure when you're doing this, don't leave those orders open, man. Re-enter them once the volume comes back in and such. It's just, or it's got to be more than. I mean, really look at NZD Cat. Now, some of these pairs are a little different on mine, where I can do it like on some of these, like JPY certain pairs, but I don't do NZD CAD on here. Is my first time doing it with FXify, or really even kind of at all. But and I just said, well, all right, well, and I just didn't think about it. I just said, well, all right, yeah, the order's up there, bro. It's gonna trigger. So, and then you're gonna get the slippage, which happened to me. It's 14. Now it's 25. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, and it really is my fault. So I gotta get that one. So mistakes do happen. It can get a little confusing, and that's why I'm like, guys, stick with the base. I've been doing this strategy for a year, and mistakes happen, man. Luckily, the ones I had in the past was able to cover them up with some profit, right? Was able to kind of fix the mistake. You enter in the wrong number. Like I'll type this, I'll put in the wrong number, stuff like that. It's nuts, man. So it can get confusing, and especially when you get a larger account when you're doing like two. Oh yeah, this is why I closed odds. It's beginning to get confusing for me. I closed them at like I think it's $6 loss. Hold on, the journal. You go to the journal. I closed it. With no, hold on. Trade history. Where is it? RCHL. Yeah, RCHL closed at $1, $2, $3. Is that $4.5, something like that? I just closed them because it's too much to keep up with right now. I don't need to do that on such a small account. It's a $10,000 account. Um, and and I do that especially if I see one that's getting bigger. Especially when this happens, you gotta just say, okay, I made a mistake. I didn't follow the program. If you can save your mistake, like I'm trying to do right now, save the mistake. Do that, save the mistake. But sometimes you may have to just take your L and just don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, all right, well, that wasn't supposed to trigger because it didn't even go there. Obviously, imagine that. It was on its way, right? And then you can trigger. You're like, what? Now I have to take that order, right? As if it's already done. Oh my god. So yeah, that's human error. Like when we do our strategy and we do our theory and all this stuff, we don't factor in the fact that, hey, what if you make a mistake on your order entry, or what if you make a mistake on, you know, doing your what you call it? I mean, it's so and it just took all the order. Can't leave it open. It's not efficient when it just opens. And just get a what do you call it? A useless trigger. It's got a useless trigger. So now have to go on top of that and cover that up. I'm thinking put it at 70% up, which is like the bare minimum to cover it up. Or I could have also done, well, no, I'll just leave it at that.